Okay guys, Parkgate Leisure here, the big thumbs up, let's have some please. Another handover video here, so we're going to run through just briefly some of the operations and operating of this lovely Autotrail Cheyenne 630, unusually on a Merc. So we've got a automatic gearbox tucked away in here. So first up, there is your opener for the gas locker. Plenty of room in there for two big bottles. Your electric hookup, little release button there. Make sure if there is a blue flap it goes inside here and then you press that to release it. Moving down the van, you've got your exhaust for the hot water boiler. You've got an outlet there for a shower. Your fresh water goes in here, and we've got your cassette locker there that's locked. Hang on one sec. And now it's not, as if by magic. So there's your cassette with these little release button at the bottom. Pull them across, find a suitable place to empty them, swivel that bit round. That's where the contents comes out. There's a little button there to push to let air in as the liquid comes out. Do make sure these are clipped back in properly. There's your waste water outlet. It's got an inline handle there. That means it's open at the moment. Obviously your grey waste is shower and sink water only. Your back locker here, this takes a Southco key. Do bear in mind these keys are readily available, so you're not the only one to have one. Other people will be able to access this. But there you go, you've got your spare wheel in there. If we carry on round, you've got your barbecue gas outlet on this side. You will need a bullfinch adapter for that. And there is a freshwater tank drain valve. You've got these additional security locks. That one's locked up at the minute, but you unlock it just there. That spins round, covers this locker, and locks in place. Wind out canopy up there. Just lock the handle in there, wind it out, drop the legs, and away you go. If you want full instructions on that, I'm sure there's lots of other videos on how to operate those on the internet. Now this control panel up here, the simple operation, and there is a handbook with this van so you can have a look through that, but that's basically on. You can see all the lights have come on around the top on this. This alternates between the leisure and the engine battery. So we can see the leisure batteries there is on good, vehicle battery's good. Your fresh water's got 50, oh it's just gone to 100%. Wastewater is empty, and then it scrolls through a whole load of other settings which you're welcome to have a play with, but we're not going to go into those on this. That alternates between the two batteries, so allowing you to run the back of the van off the engine battery. Obviously run the risk of flattening your battery, but if your leisure's run out you might want to do that for a short period of time. This turns your water pump on and that turns it off. The water pump will run quite happily until it has reached a certain pressure. If there's a leak or you've got a valve open somewhere, it'll just keep pumping until all the water's gone. So do be mindful of that. So this here is your hot water. That's your hot water on gas. So you'd flick it across there, you'd set the temperature, the little gas flame would fire up and it would start heating the water up on gas. Now we've got no gas on board, as you've seen in the gas locker, so the little red lights come on to tell us that has failed to light. That might happen a couple of times when you first use it, just purging the gas through. So we've got electric heating here, 240 volts. So that is 5 for 500 watts. That's 1000 watts, that's 2000 watts. And this is like a room stat. So if it's really hot and you stick it on any of these, put that on low, nothing is going to happen. It does need to be cold enough for the heating to be required, but that's the basic operation of that. And the electric heat comes out magically of this fire. And if you're wanting, so that'll just get hot on 500 with the thermostat up and the heat will come out there. If you're wanting to use the blown air, then this side, that's manual, and you can adjust You can hear the fan running. That'll adjust the speed of it, and that will blow air out of these little vents that are located around the van, including the bathroom. Now, if you've got no hookup and you're running on gas, this is the gas side. You turn that round, hold it in, click, 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 it lights up the fire and away you go. Now again, your heat will come out there, and if you want to use blown air, you've got that side for the blown air. Oh, not turned that off properly, but we have now. So I think I'm going to see if I remember anything else whilst I'm wandering around. I think I've covered most stuff on there. It does seem brief, but this is only a basic operation. You have got solar up there. You don't really need to do anything. It just does its thing. There's your TV aerial. I believe that was perhaps stuck up there on some tape. That's your charge unit. You've got a lot of fuses there, so if stuff does go, you might want to have a look at those fuses. Tells you what they're all for just there. Oh, your fridge. I knew I'd forgotten something. Your fridge, very simple. Select gas if you want to run it on gas. 230 if you're plugged into mains. 12 volts if you're going to run it off a 12 volt supply. That 12 volt supply will come from the engine only. It will not run from a battery. So you can select that, fire up your engine, it'll come on. And this is your temperature setting for it. You've got a little catch here. Do be careful with these, because there is 2 pins in there, so you can lock the fridge partially open like that, so that there's a vent to keep your fridge from going all smelly. But there you go, that's it. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe.